What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Field Vision with Coach Clinton. I'm your host, Brian Clinton, contributor over at OUinsider.com. Hope you guys enjoyed the bye week, but we're back to football time in Oklahoma, and the Sooners are back in action this weekend in Norman against the UCF Knights, who come in 3-3. They've lost all three games in Big 12 play, and they're looking to get their quarterback back this week. So could be a fun one, and it's going to be a reunion of sorts for Dylan Gabriel. Lots of eyes on Norman this weekend. Game is on ABC, and as everybody is so happy about, we've got another 11 a.m. kickoff. So let's get you set and ready to go for what's coming this weekend. Last time we saw UCF on the field, they were in Lawrence, and Kansas just ran ruckshot again through UCF. 51-22 was the final in that game, and Kansas had 399 yards on the ground, 5 touchdowns. The score was 31-0 early in the third quarter. It was a shellacking. John Rice Plumlee did come back in this game shortly. He didn't play a ton. He is expected to be the guy on Saturday. Gus Malzahn says he's close to being 100%. So we will see him back in full go for the first time since week 2. This is the best rushing offense, statistically speaking, that Oklahoma will face all season. Now, I think it's a little different. They don't have the athletes that Texas does, obviously, in the running game. So I think that this is going to be a little bit different challenge, but still yet, this is a really good rushing attack. They're averaging 246.3 yards per game on the ground. Ironically, they're also really bad rushing defense. They give up 197.5 yards per game on the ground, which skews the statistics a little bit because they show to be the best pass defense in the Big 12. I think that's simply because teams don't really feel like they need to attack UCF through the air, given what they're able to do on the ground. So this defense is giving up 5 yards a carry coming into the game. So Oklahoma should have some opportunities to get the run game going, and we'll talk more about that here in a bit. Guys you need to focus on, obviously we just spoke about Plumlee. He's averaging 8.6 yards per carry. Again, he's been out for the last few games, but this is a guy that's got 19 rushes for 163 yards and a score in his limited time. So definitely somebody to keep contain on. Running backs, they've got a tandem, R.J. Harvey and Johnny Richardson. Harvey is the leading rusher, 89 rushes for 511 yards and 6 touchdowns. He's averaging just under 6 yards a carry, and then Richardson is a guy that's averaging 8.3 yards per carry. So they're going to really try and run downhill, run outside. They'll try lots of zone, lots of read, option style, RPOs, lots of stuff like that. So if it's a modern running concept, UCF does it. Defensively, the one guy you need to know is Tremont Morris-Brash. He's got 11 tackles for loss and 5 sacks on the year. He leads the Big 12 in both of those statistics. He's number 3, really good edge player for them. And that's a guy that you'll need to be paying attention to whenever UCF's defense is on the field. All right, so we're going to actually look at 2 different games today. First one we're looking at is UCF's opener against Kent State. And we're going to look at what John Rice Plumlee is able to do as a runner. So situation here, it's 1st and 10. Ball is on the 17-yard line, and we have what looks like split zone. That's what they want you to think. So you've got all your linemen moving in symmetry to the right. Tight end coming backside. Looks like he's going to block this edge, but he actually lets him go. That's what tells you this is a read play. So John Rice Plumlee's eyes are on the end man on the line of scrimmage here. And what he does is he holds that ball just long enough to keep the defensive end honest here, and he's able to outrun the edge to the outside. And since 82 didn't pick at the block there, he's got open field to block at the next level, and it bursts. There's just a huge hole there. So again, this is a guy that you cannot. You have to be disciplined, and there is a reason why read option is so effective whenever you've got the right personnel, because it takes one mistake like this to blow up the entire play defensively. So all you got to do is keep contained on this guy, but that's a lot easier said than done whenever he's running 4-4-4-5 out there. Definitely a tough play, something you're going to see a lot of though, especially if he's as close to 100% as they say he is coming into this one. So got to absolutely keep your eyes on your keys if you're Oklahoma defense coming into this game. Next play we're going to look at here is more of a example of what Plumlee can do in the passing game. So you see Kent State bring six, bring pressure here, 2nd and 12. So it's a passing situation. It doesn't matter. The problem here, your edge guy, he loses contain, but it's because he goes too far upfield. Once he gets level with Plumlee here, and the tackle's able to continue pushing him upfield, it creates a huge gap here for 10 to work with. And like I said, he's got the speed to hurt you here. And so all he does is turn this into a 37-yard game. You have him dead to rights. You allow him to escape the pocket, and then he uses that burst to get downfield and really hurt you. So again, if you're Oklahoma's pass rushers, you cannot get deeper than the quarterback. You've got to work back towards the line of scrimmage. Once you get past that, if you don't, he can make you really pay for that, just with what he offers as a runner. And then the third and final play that we're going to look at, just a really interesting concept that caught my eye watching this game back. This is in the second quarter. We've got 48 seconds left. The ball's on the 18-yard line going in, and we see a obvious. It's a scoring situation. Where this is a red zone play that they draw up, and it's a fake screen, which we see often from this team. There's a lot of diversions, a lot of eye candy, lots of things out here that they want you to be looking at. And what's so funny about this is if you look at the top of the screen, the guy that, if you look at the top here, the guy that is calling for the ball at the top is a lineman. It's number 71. So they've got it set up out here to look like a screen, and it pulls linebackers and it keeps that safety occupied over there just long enough to sneak 82 up the seam, and it's an easy 6 points. They use tempo to get set up here. This was right after a big play, and then you see down here at the bottom side of the play, they're showing some more screen game, having a couple of linemen working out outside the hash to set up a screen on the outside. But obviously the play here is finding 82 for 6, and it was pretty easy there. But again, this is a lot of moving parts, a lot of motion, lots of things to keep up with, and so you've got to stay disciplined, or UCF is going to hurt you. And they certainly have the athletes to do that if you're not keeping your eyes on your keys. All right, so now we're going to look at the Kansas game. First couple plays we're going to look at here is on the defensive side of the ball. And look, Kansas did whatever they wanted to on the ground in this game. They controlled the line of scrimmage. UCF didn't want anything to do with what Kansas was doing. And a lot of that has to do with the physicality with which Kansas was running the football. Daniel Highshaw, he did whatever he wanted. And it was really one of those games where you just noticed a trend throughout the entire game that UCF they weren't playing physical. Tackling was poor. Angles were poor. Body language was terrible. And this first play just encapsulates all of that. You see the linebacker here. So you'll get two looks at this. You'll get the sideline look, and then from behind the line of scrimmage. 30 has a perfect opportunity to meet Daniel Highshaw in the hole and make them snap the ball again, and he avoids contact. This was just a poor attempt at an arm tackle. Just not good goal line defense, not good defense really at all. And when you're shying away from contact with 6 minutes left in the second quarter and it's only 10-0, I just it makes me really question maybe the toughness or the mental game for UCF on the defensive side of the ball. So, this to me, this feels like a team that if you can dominate physically early on, they may be a team that'll fold up shop early. So look for Oklahoma to try and be physical this week. Kansas was able to do it, and obviously you saw what the final score looked like in that one. So another defensive play we'll look at here. This is notice the situation here. It's third quarter. Kickoff obviously was a touchback. Ball's at the 25-yard line. Why would they throw the ball coming out whenever they've had so much success running the ball? And that's exactly what they do. First thing I want you to notice, look how poor this tackle attempt here is from the linebacker, who is he's worked underneath a down block. He's worked underneath a pull, and he's right there to potentially make the tackle, and he buried his head. and Neal's able to escape that. He works downfield. You see 10 appears to have a good angle. Doesn't slow down, can't set his feet, can't adjust, and he gets turned around. On top of that poor attempt, 14 slows up because he thinks 10's going to make the tackle. It's just a mess. This is a mess defensively. And that's why you got a 75-yard touchdown right out of the gate in the second half. So this makes the score 30-0. They tack on an extra point. It's 31-0. UCF is ready to go home at this point. And again, just if you can dominate this team physically, I think there's plenty of opportunities for Oklahoma to run the football and have success doing that. So you may see a lot of Tawi Walker in this game. And I would not be surprised at all if that's exactly the route they went with it, because a guy that can punish you the way that Tawi Walker is able to running the football is the worst nightmare for a defense like this, especially a defense that's trying to go from playing at the level of American Conference football to Big 12 conference football, which is still a significant jump. Linebackers. Their starting linebackers are closer to 205 or 210 pounds than they are 230 or 40 pounds. So it's a big jump. It's a big difference, and I would expect Oklahoma to play this game really physically. All right. We're going to look at a couple more offensive plays and then wrap it up here with some keys for the game. Third quarter, we've got 14-32. So this is the ensuing drive after the giving up. After giving up a huge run there. On this first play, we see pretty much what looks like just an A gap that opens up in his own play. They turn him out, and McClain hands off the ball to Harvey here, and he just busts one. This is a really, really good showing for what Harvey's capable of doing. They turn this one. This was 53 yards and sets up UCF deep in Kansas territory, and was really the biggest play for UCF offensively to this point in the game. So, just to see what he's able to do as a runner, this team is capable of really hurting you on the ground if you allow them to. Obviously, Kansas was really good in this game at limiting them, especially early on. And so what that play does is it sets up just a couple of plays later, another really good concept, another really deceptive concept that you see Gus Malzahn use here. So they send the tight end out in motion, and it looks like he sets up as if he's going to block here for a screen. Safety bites on that, and the linebacker gets his eyes in the backfield. But as soon as that safety bites, your tight end comes open. I mean, wide open. There's nobody around him. It's 82 again, just as it was in the Kent State game. And this is it's a really simple but effective deception play, and it's going to force Oklahoma to really be on their toes and really paying attention to what's going on. So you heard Brent Venables speak about that in the Sooners press conference this week. That's going to be a big key for them is just paying attention to everything that's going on. Trust your keys. Trust exactly what your coaches have told you to do all week, and you'll be just fine. So some keys to the game. You've got to limit the running game. You can let them have the yards between the 20s, but as Oklahoma has done all season long, you've got to lock down in the red zone. This offense ranks fourth nationally in total yardage. I believe they're right at 516 yards a game, but they don't cash in a lot of points once they get in the red zone. They're just scoring on 76% of their trips to the red zone. So Oklahoma comparatively is scoring on 90.9% of their trips to the red zone. So hold them out of the end zone. Don't let them bust big plays, and I think you'll be okay. Keep Plumlee under contain is another key for me. Absolutely have to make sure that guy doesn't eat you up, because he will on those off-script plays if you're not able to get him down or keep him in the backfield where he needs to be. He can really hurt you there. And then on offensively, run the ball downhill. I mean, hand the ball off to Tawee Walker. Hand it off to guys that you know are going to go and run downhill and be physical. And if Oklahoma can do that, they should have a lot of success on the ground, and that will obviously open up things for Dylan Gabriel in the passing game. So lots of good stuff here. Hope you guys really enjoy these. I love doing them. It's a good chance for me to get a look at each opponent every week, and I hope that you guys are enjoying this. Just continue to come and check us out. All the things that we're doing over at OU Insider. We try and give you guys the best coverage out there for Oklahoma content. Keep you guys up to date on everything with the team. Jesse and I are constantly putting stuff over there, and then obviously Brandon and Parker do. There's as good as there is in the business when it comes to covering recruiting. So, come and check us out over there at OU Insider. Make sure you're giving this video series a like, and again, make sure you're telling us in the comments what you guys want more of, what you guys really enjoy about this stuff, and because we love doing it. So, hope you guys are excited for the back half of the season, ready to see what the Sooners are able to do. But for now, that's going to do it for us. Thank you guys for checking in, and we will talk to you next week when we recap what Oklahoma was able to do in this football game.